Greetings and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror Live. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined as always by Producer Todd. How goes it, Producer Todd?
Chilling. I've always wondered. I know. This is probably. I'm going to pull a little back. Why don't you use that voice when you do commentary? You do this other weird voice I've never heard you do before. Whenever you do wrestling comment, I'll trust me. I've
weird
noticed.
Voice for commentary.
You do You'll do it tonight when we break cable.
I probably do kind of like go into.
You do a weird voice that you don't do naturally. I just accept what it is and deal with it.
I think it's like partially subconscious. I don't know. It's like a different thing. It's like a radio voice isn't the same.
You're doing something weird instead of that intro voice is what you should be doing. Well, if anyone else has watched Last Tournament on the Left, is Dan doesn't sound like Dan?
No, I probably do. I probably do a.
You do something unnatural. I probably shouldn't be doing this right before we record that after, because now you're gonna be
in my head. I'm probably thinking like
you're
old fashioned.
You're doing a little Gordon Sully for some reason.
Really? Okay. Yeah. I wasn't thinking him in particular, but
maybe I don't know. Maybe just you do it. JR is doing it, but there's something. I've noticed it. I probably shouldn't have called you out right before we record it, but.
That's fine. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I know it doesn't. It's just something
I'll
I've noticed.
Full method and get droopy face for good old JR. We'll make it happen. I'll go full. Yeah, you want unfiltered Hat Man? I'll go unfiltered Hat Man.
So there's the sneak peek. The Blu-rays for the last event should be available by Monday. We're just doing some last minute things for them. So
yeah.
And then you'll be able, if you are on the wrestling tier, you'll be able to hear our commentary too.
Can I do it as like a really Gordon Sully?
No.
Now I kind of want to do it as Gordon Sully.
No, because I already had to censor stuff last time because you don't understand there's consequences for things. So I need you to be professional, sir. I'll give you that spill before we do.
Professional-ish, Tad.
Well, I mean, like you can't like legit call people out by name, that kind of thing.
Oh, well, the one I knew you were going to edit, but
no, you didn't. I had edited you 3 times for names. You can hate anyone you want in the wrestling business, but you can't say all their names when they can retaliate. And we don't want that East Coast bullshit on the West.
This is true. We try not to have the bullshit on the West, but all right. Well, maybe I can do this show as Gordon Sully now.
I don't know. Watch. I'll tell you to do your commentary voice for this show. I bet you can't do it.
See, I don't think now you've made me conscious. It's just something I do, Todd. I don't know.
And it'll turn back on when we start doing it. I guarantee it.
Probably will.
I should have put that on Patreon so they could have watched the commentary session, but I didn't. Oops.
Probably will, but that's okay. But yes, Blu-ray's coming soon for Welcome to the Grindhouse, so keep your eyes out for that. So we have a little bit of sad news tonight, but as everybody's aware, the legendary Chuck Norris, of course, passed away at 86. Had a really good run. Huge action star. To me, not so much to Todd. I know you're not the biggest Chuck Norris fan, but you got a couple films I know you enjoy from him.
Yeah, I just wasn't my guy. He's no Bronson. In my opinion,
Bronson's no Chuck Norris. It's like they're two very separate.
I agree, but if you give me again, I don't want to turn that into that.
No. I mean, like I said, I grew up with the guy. Very sad. I mean, he conquered Hollywood, then conquered TV with Walker, Texas Ranger, which is still something I'll go back to every once in a while. I just good old simple fun. Dude drives around in the truck and beats the shit out of the villain of the week. It had probably the peak was the AIDS episode. If you've seen it, that was just insane. Rowdy Piper.
Now our video's buried. Thanks, Dan.
It's not a bad thing. It's a very heartwarming episode.
No, but if you say the AIDS word, that Dan always gets really weird about certain words me and Pug say, but he says all the words that immediately flag your YouTube video, and Dan doesn't give a shit.
It's Live Aid, the concert.
You can't. Dan. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy when you won't let me and Pug say
I'm
certain.
trying to pay homage to a legend, Todd.
Oh, sorry. No.
Yes, Chuck Norris, R.I.P. God, Invasion USA, the
That's a good one.
Action movies, Lone Wolf McCade. I mean, that one sucks. I mean, he, really hasn't been making movies now for a while, but
He's been making memes, or they've been making memes.
he did become the meme king. And fuck Variety, by the way. I thought that was totally uncalled for. They just smarmy article guy that's probably never seen a Chuck Norris movie. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with his politics or anything like that, but it's like, dude died, dude. Suck a fucking dick. I don't know. That's my position on that.
You know what? I can't even go that far. And for the record, Silent Rage needs to be brought up because that is my favorite Chuck Norris movie.
Silent Rage is awesome.
Thanks to the recommendation of Supreme.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that was a Supreme. Yeah, Supreme gets you to watch Chuck Norris,
and that's the only person who's been able to. But after that, I did open up and I watched the Missing in Action movies and a couple others.
A man of good taste, Todd. See, yeah. Supreme. That's the final word on Chuck Norris.
Well, no, he didn't like Chuck Norris movies either. He liked like a couple of them, though.
Yeah, well, Todd. So yes, that was sad. Another bit of sad news: Nicholas Brendon, Xander, of course, on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, also had a recurring role as Garcia's boyfriend, or maybe they married. I don't remember. On Criminal Minds. Super talented guy. I know he had his demons and everything that were, well documented. That one obviously hits hard. And also Jamie Blanks, director of Urban Legend, passed. So yeah, very sad news. These seem to always come in blocks, unfortunately. And yeah, I mean, hell, we're talking about a last film tonight of James Van Der Beek, who
I don't know if it's the last, but it's one of the last.
It's his last film. He did shoot some sort of TV thing though.
Okay,
still hasn't aired, but it's his last feature film that he worked on.
I just didn't know because sometimes there's a few in the chamber, so it's his very last.
We'll get to that later. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Sometimes it's like David Carradine had movies coming out after a decade after he passed, literally. So yeah. R.I.P. man. Nicholas Brendon, weird timing with the cancellation of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that pilot, which the more and more I've heard about that, I think it was for the best. I don't think and I Chloe Zhao, I love her. I love Hamnet. I
mean, when you got the Star coming out saying if the pilot leaks, don't watch it, basically saying it sucked. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I didn't find that. I know she was disappointed. I apparently in like some leaks, it was supposed some of the scripts that was out there, like originally she only really showed up at the end. I heard a little bit more today. Apparently they said it trended like very, very young, which I know the original Buffy did at first as well, but it's just a very different time. And they said Chloe Zhao, just TV wasn't her thing. Again, nothing against her. I mean, Nomadland and Hamnet are legit awesome movies, but she also made The Eternals. Like, I don't think she was right for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And, in an era where, I know not everybody agrees with this, but a lot of big franchises have been destroyed by shitty streaming series. I'd rather this just not happen. Not saying under the right circumstances, you can't take another shot at it down the line, but don't kill it forever. Because
I think this kills it forever. I think then you just get a reboot. I think they're not getting any younger. This was the chance to do it. It didn't happen.
No, well, and I mean, I think this largely was just going to be a reboot. She was just in it. It's hard to say. I mean, you're right. I don't want de-aging on the vampire characters. James Marsters is 60. David Boreanaz can't be far behind. Just let it go. The show was not perfect, but is very close to perfect, and you can't do it without Joss Whedon. I'm sorry. People can hate Joss Whedon, but people mimic him. It's never the same. It's not going to work without Joss Whedon. So I'd rather they just move along. And
well, they ain't getting Joss Whedon, so that's what they need to do.
Yeah, exactly. It would just, I think it would just pale in comparison. So if you're not willing to give him another shot, then I think you got to let it go. So I believe that's all I have tonight for news, Todd. So, yeah. All right. So let's move on to our first movie review of the
spoiler-free review. We should throw that out since it's not out yet.
Yes. We'll try and keep it as spoiler-free as possible. And that is They Will Kill You from director Kirill Sokolov. And this was the AMC Scream Unseen, and also whatever Regal calls it as well, I believe. And in this film, a woman takes a job as a housekeeper in a New York City high-rise, unaware of the building's dark history of disappearances. She soon realizes the community is shrouded in sorry, my cat is being an asshole. Is shrouded in a dark mystery. There we go. Cat knocking over my notes. All right, so I'm gonna say, like, off the bat with this one, it really sucks that it's coming out when it is, because I think solely based on the trailer, a lot of people gather some similarities with Ready or Not, which we're going to review next. And I worry for this one about the timing of the release and just normies maybe not going. Having said that, this movie kicks fucking ass. Holy shit, is this good? All right, so I would pitch this as sort of Tarantino meets Peter Jackson in terms of the style. The fight choreography is amazing. This is not only one of my favorite horror films of the year, it probably is my favorite action film. The way they photograph the action is amazing. This director, we have reviewed him before. He did a film called Why Don't You Just Die in Russia.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, and you could, if you've seen that movie, you see his style all over this.
Oh, this is totally his American version of it, I think. I mean, it really is.
This, with the supernatural elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how much was in the trailer, so I wasn't giving that away.
It's there.
Here's a question: is the I'll just say the evil at the end, is that shown in any of the trailers?
No, okay. Not that part.
No. Okay, I may have to slightly edit one word in Kruger's review.
Yeah, I mean, satanic shenanigans are pretty clearly
okay, but not the visual of what we get.
No, I don't think so, unless it was a quick shot. I don't think so. But the fight scenes in this are just off the chart, from beginning to end, and it's still very much a splatter movie. There's some gore gags in here that are really going to pop you. Like I said, Peter Jackson kind of stuff. Zazie Beetz, badass, is Aja Reeves. Always great to see Patricia Arquette. And I did pop. Now, I saw this glossed by really quickly, but Tom Felton, I know most people know as Draco Malfoy from the Harry Potter movies, his character name, and I've got to believe this is
I caught that too.
Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah. And it's like the first name you see when they start showing him. I noticed that too.
Yeah. No, I saw that and I was like, fuck, that's so
that 100%. That is 100% an inside. There's no way that's an accident.
That is, I want that biopic now. He's got to lose some height and just gain a few pounds, and we can do a Taskmaster biopic. No,
And,
just
and I didn't
oh, go
realize that was Patricia Arquette till the movie was done. And I walked out and I saw the standee and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I haven't
is
seen
that
her
a
in a minute.
bad thing?
No, I mean like that she was unrecognizable. I'm just saying I had no idea it was her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was very excited because I always love seeing Patricia Arquette.
I do. I still see her as her age, like in Nightmare and Medium and shit. So.
Yeah, yeah. I just again, it's not like some big property, so I just feel like people aren't going to go out to the movies. This is the type of thing, get your friends together and go fucking see it. You're going to have a blast. I mean, it's insanely violent. There's and I'll just say an eyeball gag that I think is hilarious. There's as Todd alluded, shit really hits the fan in the finale, but this movie never takes a breath. It's wild. At times it gave me the Raid vibes in some ways. Like it just kept on fucking going. And it's one of the best movies of the year. It really is. It's a crowd pleaser. And the way things are right now, I just don't think people are gonna go see it, and it fucking sucks because I wish it wasn't coming out at this basically the same time.
Well,
as
to me that is on them. I mean, they know what they're doing, and I don't know why they did it. But here's the thing: what I didn't like it as much as you, even close. This this was like John Wick 4 to me. It was a mindless video game movie. We're just going set to set to do whatever the killing we want to do and do this.
It's a heavy action,
but I mean, it's plot. The plot is light, and it doesn't really make sense. It is what it is. That's fine because I don't really care about plot in a movie. But for me, it just felt like I was watching like a John Wick 4 or something. It didn't like have that crank where I was like in it and hooked. Like for the first 45 minutes, I kept looking, fuck, how much longer do I got? Like that's how much I wasn't into this. And I don't know if I don't really care for the lead. I don't really have an issue with her. I mean, she was fine in like Deadpool and all the other stuff I've seen her in. I just, something about it didn't click. I don't know. It was the setup, and I've heard it compared to Kill Bill. I was like, do not insult Tarantino. Maybe it was the music. All the music in this really was like, I didn't like any of it. And that just could be an age thing.
I thought it had a great score.
I like if it would have had something cool, like, or something. I don't know. The music didn't click. And I think that is a lot of it for me. Like if it would have been scored with some songs I enjoyed, I probably would have had a lot more fun. But instead of it, it was just like repetitive video game music. When do I get to the next level? And that was my biggest issue I had. I didn't hate it, but it kicks into gear in the final half. But that first half, it's one of those I'm going to have to rewatch to really assess. As of now, it's nowhere near touching my top 10 for the year. Like
I'm kind of shocked actually that this didn't hit more for you. I suspect it may for Kruger.
Well, I can tell you when I get to his because I'll go into his, then we'll do our numbers. So
this one just absolutely kicked my fucking ass.
I thought I might be alone in this. With you, you're 50-50. But it's unfortunate. Like, I'm not going to say don't go see it because it is an original property. But I mean, for a younger generation, and like, I mean,
do you not agree with the way that the action was photographed? Because I thought that, like, I can't think of many great action movies. Well, we don't.
There were good action sequences, and I enjoyed a lot of it. But a lot of it, like, I didn't care about what was going on, so it didn't matter. Like,
but it brought it to life for you, particularly that batshit finale, didn't it?
I think the Kevin Sullivan is what really put it over with me, because before that, that's what I was like, yes, okay. But it just, I don't know, it didn't click with me. But again, I feel like the music had a lot to do with it, and if it used different songs or was set to different music, I might have enjoyed it more.
Did you think it was a little too old-fashioned, is what you're saying? Because, like,
no, the music was, I don't even know what the fuck the music was.
I think it set the tone for me. I mean,
and I didn't like it. Like if someone like the RZA did this, the soundtrack would have interested me.
You have, though, a very specific music.
I do, but
I'm all like all sorts of things.
No, I don't. So film
That
I
might,
do,
I think that
music I don't. And like I said, it could very easily just be the music, but the plot is thin. It's really just the action pieces, and I would.
It's not. I mean, yeah, it's not. It's a very basic story, her motivation and everything, and some characters you don't learn a ton about all the villains. I mean, Patricia Arquette, you kind of do, but yeah, it's one of those movies. I mean, I get it. Like, it's like 90% action and gore in this case,
which is fine if I like who we're following and I'm into the story. But like, I didn't really care about the chick, and I didn't care about her sister. Yeah, I mean, and it's like, okay, we've been here, done this. It's the action was cool. It was just missing something for me, and maybe a soundtrack I enjoyed would have put it over the edge.
Okay. Well, I am surprised. I am genuinely surprised. But if you want an ultra-violent, supernatural splatterfest, I think this really delivered. If you're a fan of Tarantino with some Peter Jackson thrown in, I think you're gonna dig this fucking movie. And I do think it's one to bring your friends to and just have a good time. But yeah, unfortunately, I think the release is going to be a problem with all the normies out there.
Yeah.
So,
okay, here we go. Kruger's take on this one. Kill Bill plus a satanic twist. I was all in this. Wait, I was all in. This is a gory, kick-ass ride. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. Great kills, amazing cinematography, cool fight scenes. We get a really rad-looking mass satanic cult. And last but not least, shout out to the, I'll just say, final creature at the end. He made the movie for me. This may be a little too out there and batshit for some people, but I was the right audience. 3.5 out of 5 with room to grow. Dan, what do you give it?
It's a 5. It really is. I mean, this everything I want in an action movie, and splattered to on top.
I am a 2.5.
Okay.
I'm right in the middle. I mean, I'm going to watch it again and give it another chance, but that's where I'm at for now.
Okay. All right. They Will Kill You, and it officially opens Friday, Thursday for most now.
Well,
it's the new official release date.
It is, but the fucking poster says in theaters Friday, March 27th. Yeah. That's what we're saying. God damn it, Dan.
Yeah.
And the people are going to go see it know they can go see it on Thursday.
I suppose so, but
yeah, I know. So you don't need to do all that extra shit.
Thursday's the release date now.
No, March 27th is the release date. That's the thing. It gets early screenings the day before. Well, so that's why we just say the fucking release date, so we don't have to do this fucking conversation.
That's fine, Todd. All right. So moving on to our next review of the evening, which we've already kind of referenced, from directors Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette, Radio Silence. We have Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. And in this film, after surviving one deadly game, Grace and her sister Faith must now outrun 4 rival families competing for a powerful throne. Winner takes all. All right. So 2019, I believe, was Ready or Not, the original, and that, of course, blew up, really helped solidify Samara Weaving as a star, and of course, love Samara Weaving. Azrael, I think, very underrated film. Mayhem. I wasn't as big on the sequel, but Babysitter. She's done a lot. I've always really enjoyed her. And while Ready or Not did not feel like anything that ever needed a sequel, or probably even ever intended to have a sequel, I was curious. So going into this, I figured, all right, they're going to go bigger and better. I guess it's bigger. It's not better. It's definitely not better. There's some writing issues. And yeah, I did not like the sister, Catherine Newton.
You've hated her since Freaky, though.
I actually forgot that was her.
Oh,
Uh,
sure.
no, she's been okay in some stuff. She's been in some stuff I like. I feel
You
like
liked her in the third Ant-Man movie, I'm
Freaky.
guessing.
Freaky was writing, and just that was, well, I'm not going to rehash Freaky. I didn't like anything between the sisters. I really thought she was just, anytime she was on screen, I was just like, they could wipe her out any second, and I think the movie would be better. Great cast. I mean, in addition to Samara Weaving, we have Elijah Wood, who I believe is just credited as the lawyer. Sarah,
He's great in every scene. Like, I love Elijah Wood, but he was perfect role, perfect for this film.
Oh yeah, Elijah Wood always hits a home run. Sarah Michelle Gellar, of course, David Cronenberg playing her dad, Nestor Carbonell from Lost, Kevin Durand. But the real show stealer here was Sean Hattasey, who kind of a reunion with Elijah Wood from The Faculty. Sean Hattasey plays an awesome psychopath. I think he's the best in this whole fucking movie, to be honest. Like, I was really into it when he was on screen. It just doesn't really offer much new. This movie doesn't really need to exist, and it is bigger, but at the same time, we're just on a resort, really, like just this big resort. Like, it's not, it's kind of like more of the same. I was entertained by it. I don't think it's nearly as good as the first film, and the sister dynamic really did hold it back for me.
It didn't bother me because women hate each other, so it made sense.
Yeah, I didn't, I guess so, but are you saying all women are annoying, Todd? Because she's annoying, and I did not.
Yes, I mean, to men they are.
Yeah,
it's just what you could tolerate. I mean, let's be real. It's like Dan's already chased all the women out of the room, so I can speak freely now.
Damn, women love me.
Yes, I've seen it first.
Look at those short numbers, Todd.
Look at those shorts. We'll just leave that.
It's fun, but it's very ho hum for me overall.
Here's the thing I have with it. I went in with zero expectations. Remember, I wasn't even interested in this movie. Like, I'd been seeing the trailers or trying to avoid them.
You loved the first movie, did you not?
Yeah, I didn't get excited. Yeah, I just didn't think there was a point to it. I didn't get excited till I rewatched the first one the night before. I told you, I was like, okay, now I'm finally, I'm excited for it. And is it a lot of the same of the last? Yeah, I mean, we get a lot. The killers aren't as cool this time as last one, other than the brother and sister. I like the Cronenberg family, and they're trying to keep their power.
Have been able to kill each other.
And I get why they wouldn't, and that rule kind of makes sense for what they're doing. So I got it. Like, Ben mentions the lore building. I did enjoy the lore building in this also. And actually also says he didn't like the hunters as much. Well, same here. But like, I really, like you said, I really like, I forget what his name was, the one from Faculty, and Sarah Michelle Gellar was good in this, but and Elijah Wood. I get it, but I guess I'm just used to most women all hate each other and bicker. It's like, whatever. It's reality.
I didn't care about their relation, it just, I don't fucking care. Like, every time they'll stop in between a massacre and just have this. Am I supposed to have some emotional connection? I mean, I kind of can understand why she hasn't talked to you. You're fucking annoying.
Yeah, but I mean, this is something that, I mean, it didn't bother me. It is what it is. They're trying to, give some depth and whatever. I mean, that was fun. I like that we continued immediately off and we just keep going. I think it did work out best for me just watching the first one. So I was like fresh in my mind, and I had a lot of fun with this. It's not without its problems, but what sequel isn't? And Ben said, I'm okay if this is the last. Yeah, I'm good with that too. But I want more of Elijah Wood as the lawyer. So I would take some more.
I just think at this point, you really would be in beating a dead horse territory. I mean, this doesn't like ruin the first film. I don't want to. I did have fun with it. It's just it's a very noticeable step down. It really felt like a step down. And my God, if you did do another one, find a way to get Catherine Newton out of it, because that she just really held it back for me. In fact, my rating would probably be a little bit higher if it wasn't for her. She just,
If it was
man,
just Samara Weaving again.
Samara Weaving, or maybe Samara Weaving and somebody else. There's actually potentially a character they could have done that with in here.
I will say I give the trailer cutters props for manipulating the footage to not actually giving anything away, even though it appears to be that they are.
Yeah. No. In fact, you could say the same thing about They Will Kill You. A lot of people complained like they're giving it all away, and I'm like, now that I've seen it, I'm like, not.
I need to go back and watch the trailer because I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, I'd be more specific, but I really can't. But it really doesn't. But yeah, man. I still like the movie. I still encourage people to see the movie, but keep your expectations in check. Maybe the sister stuff won't bother you as much as it did me. What up, Barney? Did Frodo end up with the ring at the end? I won't spoil it for anyone.
That's funny. I didn't even connect that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the next one, Sean Astin, will get him in there somewhere. Get some Lord of the Rings alumni. But no, more people should sing the praises of Sean Hattie. That's a great actor who's never been a household name, and I feel like he should be. He plays a really good creepy weirdo, just like Elijah Wood does.
But different kind of creepy weirdos.
Yeah, no, the Sean Hattie is a little more imposing for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I just wish I liked this one a little bit more, especially with the cast. I mean,
I enjoyed it quite a bit. Well, let's get Kruger's take on it. All
right.
I enjoy the first Ready or Not, but I don't absolutely love it like some others do. That being said, I did want a sequel, so I was excited for this, but honestly, this isn't what I really wanted. The new characters have their charm to them, but outside of that, this is 100% just feels like a rehashing of the first movie plus the sister. It's fine, but not something I would like ever watch again, especially when the kills weren't anything to write home about. 3 out of 5. It's funny. Can you imagine us if we were like in the 80s reviewing the Friday the 13th, the conversation we'd have when we go from part 1 to part 2? Just imagine that for a moment, from that to all of a sudden Jason's back. I get now when I read those Fangoria letters with those reviews from the old people sounding like Dan, why they did what they did, because that's what happens.
Yeah, no, I still like it. Maybe it'll grow on me a little bit more. It's not like if you just take the sister out of it, because there are other problems with this. Wow. They Will Kill You. I mean, if you're only going to do one, that's the one to go with as far as I'm concerned.
I'm the opposite, but this one does have flaws too. So
what do you rate it, Todd?
I'm a 3 out of 5 also, just like Kruger.
Okay. I'm not far below you guys, but I'm a 2.5, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. All right. So let's move on.
I'm looking forward to this one day, because I've known the answer to your question. What are the most important questions about this movie before you saw it? So.
Oh, yes. All right. So I'm
curious where you land now, because.
All right. So from writer-director Adam Sherman, we have Vampires of the Velvet Lounge. And in this film, a coven of vampires is hunting on dating apps where they meet vampire hunters and schedule dates. The night that unfolds are action-packed modern horror madness. Man, that's an AI description if I've ever seen it.
I wish you'd read the descriptions before you read the descriptions live on air.
Well, it actually does kind of tell you what it's about. This is essentially about Elizabeth Bathory and her a group of vampires who dupe men into going on dates with them at these local absinthe bars, and well, they
Through
do
dating apps.
yeah, through dating apps, and they eat them. They do vampire shit, or Elizabeth Bathory shit in this case. So
we start off with the hostile clothes scene. So Dan already took away a star from the first 10 minutes.
Okay, so here's the funny thing about this movie.
If you give it a pass, I'm going to rib the fuck out of you, Dan. I'm just saying.
No, it doesn't get a pass for that.
Okay.
But I did like the movie a lot. In fact, I think I really love the sort of B horror noir vibe that this had. We have number one, gorgeous women in this movie. Deshaun Lockman plays Cora, the main vampire hunter. She's stunning. From
Jurassic World Dominion.
Was she in that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen her some other stuff. I can't remember in that. That's funny. In fact, we have some vampire alumni in this movie because India Isley, who plays kind of the impulsive vampire Joan, a lot of screen time with Elizabeth Bathory, played by Mena Suvari. India played Eve in Underworld Awakening when she was much younger. Stephen Dorff is in this. Of course, he played Deacon Frost in Blade. And Mark Boone Jr., who I think his name was Chuck in this. He was in 30 Days of Night as Bo. So I don't know if it was intentional, but we do have some vampire alumni. The cast, also, we get Lachlan Monroe pops up in here.
Yeah, random.
Tyrese Gibson, who wasn't even advertised. I guess that's kind of where he's at this point. And
he's been doing a lot of low budget stuff. There's one that that noir one that I saw, like no one saw, but it's on Prime now. I gotta look up the name and let you know to watch. But yeah, he's been just in a lot of shit. And
didn't he have like a divorce situation where he just owes a lot of?
He's just waiting for fucking Fast 10 Part 2 to start shooting.
Yeah, I was gonna say of all of them, I think Tyrese is hoping they just keep rolling those out. Tom Berenger also in a small role here. I love the vibe. Some great gore. Elizabeth Bathory, obviously. There's a scene where Mark Boone Jr. comes in with these giant garden shears and just decaps the the ladies for this bloodbath. It's a fun movie. At one point, Elizabeth Bathory and Joan are basically doing GTA shit. They're in a car and it's like, hit those people. And it's just giant.
Okay, Dan, I'm going to stop this fucking program right the fuck now. They're doing what?
Huh?
What are they doing?
GTA shit?
They're doing what? They're doing what?
What am I missing?
I can't point any fucking.
No, Toxic Avenger?
They're doing Toxic Avenger shit. Yes, they're running over people.
That's GTA, not the first times Death Race 2000, Todd. It predates Toxie. I'm sorry.
What?
Death Race 2000. They're hitting people.
No, but they're not doing it like that.
Well, that came before Toxie. God damn, you got mad.
Because yes, no, you can't. No, GTA is different. Our fucking Death Race. No.
It's a movie again. I had a lot of fun. It's bloody. There's a lot of jiggle. There's not much nudity. There is some. Very brief.
No. I'm going to give you shit because you told me 2 nude scenes or you're going to shit on the movie. Did not have 2 nude scenes. That was not nudity. That was
and it's losing a point. So it is going to lose a point.
That was not nudity. That was a sheer top.
Yeah, that's true. There was also a scene where the girl was like bending over and it looked like you got some unintentional. I'd have to go back and watch it again because obviously I can't.
I think your eyes were filling it in. This was not a
100%. Like vampires are seductive, and this one had the setup and it needed some more titties. It just did. Now there are a lot of beautiful women.
The clothed Bathory scene. I was like, no.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just Mena Suvari wasn't going to make with it.
I get that. Go old school. Get a body double. God damn it.
But yeah, it was.
I mean, she even covered up her 5 head in this one. So,
damn, I think she's fucking hot as shit in this.
You know what? I know Pugs hates bangs. She looks much better with bangs.
still, in my opinion, fucking adorable. Watch this movie. But no, the Bear McCreary music in this, it was shot in Savannah, which is a great location for a horror movie. It's just it's one that plays very well, I think, just that the stylish look that it has, which you can kind of see in the trailer. It was made for the big screen, and obviously it's a very limited release. There was only one early time for me. Like every other time was like 8 or 10 o'clock, or I think somebody said they had a showing still at like midnight, which they don't do too much of that anymore. Yeah, I love vampire stories. I really love Elizabeth Bathory stuff. In fact, I can't grab it right now, but I'm looking at my old Todd McFarlane Elizabeth Bathory figure, which is really cool. Stephen Dorff really chews the scenery in this, and I'm excited because they've announced both him and Mark Boone Jr. for Full Moon, my next convention. So I might have to get something from this signed. Yes, I wish they had just made with some nudity since it's set up. It's just that.
So now every time Kruger yells at you, I'm going to tell him to go watch this review, and he'll dig in even more.
Well, it is losing a star.
You told me minimum 2 good nude scenes.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It should have had it. I'm not expecting it to be a XXX film.
No, you told we had this conversation off.
Hammer movies don't, like the Hammer vampire movies, they're not really loaded with nudity. It's there, and obviously
you told me 2 scenes of nudity is what you required.
I did. You're right, and they didn't give it to me. But
no, sheer top is equivalent to side boob, Dan. I'm just saying.
A little bit better than side boob because I can see the whole titty.
Yeah, I gotta say, but are you really? Because you're really just.
I didn't say it the counts. I just said
right.
It is better than side boob. Side boob doesn't give you anything. But Todd, what did you think?
All right, I had fun with it, but I'm not expecting. I wasn't expecting nudity. I saw on the thing it was brief nudity. So
I thought it was going to be Stephen Dorff's dick.
No, because that wouldn't get a brief nudity nod. That would get a nudity nod. You don't get brief nudity for dick. You get nudity.
What if he just like passed and it's just like
doesn't matter? They're going to give you
silhouette. Nudity. He just finished like dick and.
Why would they do that, Dan?
I don't know. So they could like do.
I'm just telling you, me. Brief nudity.
The hat man saw balls. Yeah. That's exactly what they're thinking. But. Now, to clarify, you don't get to see Stephen Dorff's Dorff.
So Dan was disappointed, so he's taking off another point.
You lose another half for not giving us. Okay.
But no, I went in with like I don't think we're gonna get anything of note. I thought the most we were gonna get was a titty in the background in the club or something. That's all I expected. So with low expectations, although when we started off with the clothed Bathory scene, I was like, this is not the way to set the tone.
Yeah, I wish they could have.
You could have at least done it where she's nude and we're not seeing that she's nude. The fact she was clothed doing it just was dumb to me. That was as dumb as showering clothed in a sex comedy dumb. Shout out if you know.
I don't disagree. I wish they had shot that a little bit different. And it is a cool scene as far as the gore goes. Because this is definitely one of those movies where you get the big blood guys.
It doesn't help we all just literally watched Hostel 2 either.
It's tough to top that Bathory scene. But yeah, I like the look, the vibe to this. It didn't feel like a modern B movie. It's still there's a lot of jiggle. I wish there was more nudity. But it's goddamn the women in this. Like I don't think anybody's going to be.
What was her name? Oh, jeez.
Which character?
I'm trying to look up real quick. Her friend.
India Isley is Joan.
From she's from the show that we watch. Oh fuck.
She's been in a lot of stuff, but
there was the one that we were specifically asked to review the scene in the show on Netflix What's her character's name? I'm trying to look it up real quick. Or what's
Her character's name is
Joan?
Joan.
Okay.
They make it hard for you nowadays to like sometimes some of these smaller movies to find like the character names. Like it doesn't update right away. So it's like
No. Our lead vampire hunter's friend. I know that one.
the lead vampire hunter is Deachin Lockman.
Her friend, her roommate.
Oh, Rose Salazar.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the one. Okay.
Rosa Salazar.
Yeah, I know. And she was from the show. I'm trying to find her name.
That was a funny scene when she busted in on her twerking.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
God, okay, that wasn't the one I was thinking of, but it was, where's the TV show? Shit, where'd it go? We did a commentary for, I know she was Alita in Battle Angel, you know, the Rob Rodriguez movie, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. It's one we did, it was a Netflix show and we did a commentary for it because we were requested to.
I am lost, Todd. I do not know.
Brand new cherry flavor.
Oh, okay. You're going back a ways. Was she in that?
Yeah.
Was she the lead in that?
She's the lead in that. That's what I was trying to think of. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Ben. I see it now that you've posted it or while I was looking. Because weren't you the one who requested us to review? Someone requested us to review a specific episode of that.
Yeah, it's been at least 3 years. You got to refresh my memories on that. But no, I if you like fucking beautiful women, like, you know what this pairs really well with, and I thought of it while I was watching, even though I think I'd rate this movie a little bit higher, is Modern Vampires.
Yeah.
It's a good double with Modern Vampires.
And Modern Vampires is one of the examples I always use. Is one of the only modern vampire movies I really like.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if we're getting to that point where we're going to start seeing more vampire stuff again. Not that, again, it never went away, but with all the zombie fatigue, maybe it's the time now for.
Oh, we got zombies, or we got vampires, we got witches coming up. So
yeah,
we're trying to.
I don't know.
Well, that was probably aimed a little bit more towards women, but this one definitely is not. This is definitely aimed at women.
And there's a potential for more in this world. I'd love to see it. I don't, it's always tough now for these indies to break out enough to get money for a sequel. But where we ended up, I would definitely like to see more. I think this is, again, a really fun movie. Just B horror, film noir. I really enjoyed it. And Disha Lockman, fantastic. I think Mena Suvari was a really good Elizabeth Bathory. I don't know if good enough to turn pugs around, but I thought she was.
I'm not a fan of hers, but I was able to tolerate it through this. That's how much I enjoyed it.
Well, there you go. So what do you rate it, Todd?
Honestly, I'm a 4. I had a good time. I knew I was going in low titties. If Dan's as high than me or higher, he didn't subtract what he said he was going to. What do you give it, Dan?
I am a 3.5.
Okay.
So you can tell I really like this movie.
You did. You subtracted some.
Needed a little bit more skin. But yeah, there was something. It felt like a late 90s, early 2000s like vampire thing that I would have rented it.
Right. I'm reading Ben's comments. Yes, that's right. Thank you. And I did really enjoy that show. So thank you for having me watch Brand New Cherry Flavor with Rosa. She looks like she's gotten a little thicker since that too. Just
okay. Yeah. You'll be happy.
It's a bad thing.
Lots of wonderful eye candy in this movie,
and some getting caught twerking. That's fun.
Stephen Dorff is one of those actors that it really feels like he made some questionable choices at times. I mean, that held him back. I mean, Fear.com, Alone in the Dark. He definitely, was in some movies that I think stalled his career. But that dude's a talented motherfucker. He's really, really good. And it was cool seeing him on the screen again. Different than Deacon Frost for Blade, but I kind of wanted to see him, Lachlan Monroe, and Tyrese just in a straight sex comedy, because that's totally how their journey starts in this.
Yeah,
like they're just going to get some poontang.
Yeah. And just for the record, since I mentioned earlier, the Tyrese Gibson noir that I saw late last year in theaters that's on Amazon Prime right now is called Hollywood Grit. I actually really enjoyed that. It's a modern noir. He's not the lead. He's like just one of them. It's got Patrick Duffy. What's the name of the lead guy? Oh, director Ryan Curtis. No. That's the director. What is it with that? I don't know. Something about IMDb not listing the cast in the order of leads right now is weird.
Oh, that's not new.
I know, but it's like it's been these last two I looked at have been especially weirdly ordered.
Yeah, sometimes on IMDb it's specifically in order, and other times it's like, wait a minute, Diddler number 3 is getting
it's a weird order. Max Martini, is that his like shoot name? What the fuck? That's whoever the fuck Max Martini is, he's like the lead.
We need to sign Max Martini to Fleshman.
He was in Pacific Rim, Captain Phillips, but I don't know. Check it out, Dan. I know you'll like it. Maybe it's worth talking about.
Oh, we'll check it out. All right, so that's Vampires of the Velvet Lounge. Now moving on to James Van Der Beek's swan song, The Gates, from writer-director John Burr. And in this film, 3 friends' road trip turns terrifying when they witness a murder inside a gated community. Trapped inside and hunted by residents who blame them, their bond fractures as a charismatic yet sinister patriarch closes in on them. All right, so The Gates.
That could have had a Tyrese Gibson cameo.
You could have fit Tyrese in there.
This is like our mini hood approved episode at the end, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're kind of closing on a so James Van Der Beek, to me, before we get deep into the movie, I was not a Dawson's Creek fan. I don't think I ever watched it. I think I might have watched the horror one, the funny horror one.
I watched the first one that they pushed heavily in the ads from the writer and director of Scream, or writer of Scream. It was the first Halloween episode. So whatever that was the only episode I'd seen.
Yeah, so I was definitely the age though where like that was just a massive thing.
But you're also around where he was also like in Varsity Blues, and you see him popping up in Jay and Silent Bob.
That's what I was going to say about his career, because he did Dawson's Creek from 98 to 2003. And pretty much all of his big stuff was during that time. Varsity Blues, which I did really enjoy. Varsity Blues, I Don't Want Your Life, is something that's probably been quoted a million times.
I've been meaning to rewatch that lately too, just because I've seen it's when I don't.
Yeah, a lot of deaths on that now. He did. Other than that, though, the dude doesn't really have a lot of big stuff. I mean, he did Rules of Attraction, which I don't think was a huge hit.
But it's got its cult following. I really like The Plague that he was in around mid 2000s.
Okay, that one's not great from what I remember, but he did do a would-be action franchise, Texas Rangers, didn't take off. By and large, I mean, he's just one of those guys who really kind of stalled out after Dawson's Creek. He kept working, just didn't have a lot of big stuff.
He was on it didn't last long, but he played himself on Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23, which with
also in Jay and Silent Bob. It was just James Van Der Beek.
Yeah, well, I mean I guess he was. Well, this is another fictionalized version, but I thought he was. Yeah, that's a little different. I forgot. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But that only lasts.
I guess what I'm saying is, it's like I'm not a fanboy for James Van Der Beek, but I am very sad that he's gone.
No, I get it. It's like he's one, like when you see him pop up and say, "Oh, okay." Like I wasn't a Dawson's Creek person either. I know Pugs was, but like I was never like, oh, he's in this. I mean, he popped up in Jay and Silent Bob reboots. I know he did some TV like pop up here and there, but
it's just like a lot of random. When his run was over, when Dawson's Creek ended, it was just kind of largely done for him. He just, as a big star, which is surprising. And I'm happy to report tons of charisma still being his last film. I imagine he probably was sick. when he made this. Maybe not. I mean, I don't know how long ago it was shot, but
Yeah, I don't have any info on that.
really good villain in this, which I wouldn't necessarily expect from him, especially because he's a guy that still pretty much looked roughly like he did on Dawson's Creek. He's just, kind of that Luke Perry type that, hadn't quite aged yet to his actual age. Very intimidating, very physically imposing in this, more so than you'd expect.
Well, he's a tall guy, so
yeah, and this movie's quite suspenseful. It delivered more than I expected. Now there's some issues with it.
I just want to let you know, this is how I feel when I go out into like Indiana and stuff. Like this, no, I'm not even joking. Like that, everyone. It is a weird thing, and you don't get it unless you're a person of color. Yes, this is exaggerated, but I totally get the feeling. So the dread is a little up.
I think in this case, though, the difference is you're in like an elite. You're with the elites in this movie, and it's like you're behind the gates. Like Indiana, I think it's just a culture shock because you weren't. Yeah, but I knew you were not going to be. Indiana was not going to work for Todd. I kind of knew that. But hopefully you didn't have this bad of an experience.
Oh, I don't. Only place I ever felt welcome, and that's probably because I'm fat. Bob's Big Boy, or there it was something else Big Boy. I forget what it was. Fritz's Big Boy. But yeah, that's the only place I didn't feel like they were staring at me.
There you go. Just yeah.
I just ate the weird tartar sauce on their fucking Big Boy, and just okay.
Well, you could have asked without tartar sauce.
Oh no, but I had to try it. They had a spicy one. Although being a grown man and ordering a spicy super Big Boy is not the most masculine thing I can say I've ever ordered.
Spicy super Big Boy. Okay.
Yeah, let me get one spicy super Big Boy.
Doesn't just lock eyes behind the counter and tweak your nipples while you say it when you order it.
Org says Varsity Blues is one of the greatest films of all time. It's funny, I've almost pulled the trigger on that like multiple nights, but it's like I want to be the right high just to enjoy it and absorb it. So yeah. Hopefully tonight, maybe tonight's the day, because why not?
But this movie, like, it has its problems. There's definitely some logic issues. The fact that the guys look way older than what they're supposed to be playing. That's little stuff, but
they do. Why do they look older?
Oh, they look beyond college age, especially the friends.
Do you not? Okay, well,
I could buy the one guy might have been like 35. He wasn't playing college football. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little thing that's like a tradition with
for someone who is. For a white person to be able to tell a black person's age, that's kind of interesting, but okay.
Damn, Todd.
No, I mean, it's true. I mean,
besmirching Indiana, besmirching white people. God damn, Todd. You're on one today. There's some stuff in here that's pretty.
So fun. Wait, which one? So you think which one was too old? The one that's 28 years old?
Well, I don't know what his actual age is. He looked a lot older to me. The one that had injured his leg that was playing football.
Oh, okay, that's the other one. I'm gonna look up his real age. Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe he's not. They just look.
I don't think they looked. I think they looked the right age. 92, so he'd be 34. So,
yeah, I kind of called it about. Exactly.
No, you got the age right, but I don't think he looks it. He could have very easily.
I thought he was good. I enjoyed him. I just. I could tell like that guy is probably not that far off from my age. He's not in college. But
you got quite a bit of age on him, Dan.
Yes. No, I don't, Todd. I'm 39.
Oh, see, look at this motherfucker's getting all crabby because he's about to hit 40.
5 years.
Todd. You know what you're about to be, Dan? When you turn 40, do you know what you are?
I'm a silver fox.
No, you become the oldest of the young people. Just so you know.
No, I don't consider myself young anymore at 40.
No, but that's what you'll be.
That.
Me turning 50, I will be the youngest of the old people. That's the difference.
Well, how am I not the youngest of the old people?
No, because you're the oldest of the young. 40s, you're the oldest of the young. It's very simple. That's the
But
way
I
it
don't
works.
consider 40 young. So how am I the
But you're
oldest
the old
young?
because you're not old till you hit 50,
Well,
and then
you
you're
don't get
the.
to define when you get to that. That's like I'm
It's not my
40.
definition, but it's what the
I'm
actual.
the youngest of the old. You don't get to
No, no,
pick it.
no.
Like
That's not the way it works, Dad. It's already a known thing. You can't
it's
read it.
not a known fucking thing.
Oh
I didn't
God,
know
here
it.
we
So I
go.
say I'm 40. I'm the youngest of the old. Anyways, back to the movie.
You are
God
the
damn,
oldest
Dad.
of the young, Dad. You're about to be. Right now, you're just still
Yes.
relatively young.
I did like the movie in spite like some silliness. I mean, some of it was funny when when he's in the it's not a dorm, but the house party. And
The rap scene.
they wanted him to cut a rap just because he was black. I thought that was some people might see that as a little over the top as far as how maybe the filmmakers see the world, but it was funny. And yeah, no, I enjoyed it. It was suspenseful. You know, I think they could have there's a lot of stereotypes in the movie, but not everybody was. I think the one neighbor who was a little conflicted kind of sensed that the bullshit meter was going off with
That just tells you there might be one good one in the batch. That's all it's trying to tell you.
yeah, well,
Might be.
I liked it. I think you liked it more because it's yeah, I'm guessing you liked it a little bit
Oh
more.
yeah, yeah, of course, because fucking white people.
Well, there you go, 5 stars.
No, I'm not going that way. No, I had a good time. I thought Vandy Beek was great in it. I like the story. I get the feeling of being in that fucking white place and you don't want to be there. But yeah.
You think they could do like a sequel, but then it's nah, you probably could. I was gonna say you do the reverse. It's just like a bunch of super like white people get trapped in the hood for some reason.
Yeah, it's when the white guy shows up in the Menace to Society. Done.
Something, yeah, throw them right in the middle of it. You could just keep making these, just do different variations of the story.
It only really works with the white people as the bad people. It doesn't work the other way.
You know, I was also though watching this, and again, it's
if it's brown people
territory, but I've never lived in a gated community.
There we go. Reverse Judgment Night. Yeah. So that would be the white people version.
Great fucking movie too.
It is.
I've never lived in a gated community, but I feel like there's multiple ways you can get out.
Well, this one was they specifically made it a point of like it's locked in, because literally, like they said, fire code. If you pull up to a gate, it's supposed to open. Like that's the first thing.
Yeah, there's nothing that wouldn't when you're already on the inside, the gate will open. Like it's just I mean, again, that's overthinking it a little bit.
Thank you.
I didn't get that vibe that there was no way to get out.
Ben says, I'd much rather walk through a gated community than the hood at 3 a.m. Me too. Even although, see, I'm not that dark, so I do have that going for me.
Yeah, hey, it's a fun movie and it's a good one to go out for James Van Der Beek. It made me think like, not that this has got the chance to be some huge hit or anything, but I was like, this guy could actually do some villain roles now and do different things, maybe break out of the Dawson kind of image that he had. Unfortunately, you know, RIP, but it was a good movie to go out on.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch this again. I like the whole
yeah. So Todd, what do you give this one?
I liked it a lot. Again, we haven't said this once, and if we didn't, I mean, it's not a horror movie.
No, it's just thriller.
Yeah.
So is what a actual thriller is rather than just labeling a horror movie a thriller.
No, that's psychological thriller. That's what they do. That right? Is that what the one they use? I really like this one. Fuck it, 4.5.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I liked it. Not quite that high. 3. It's worth the watch. Damn, Todd.
I'm glad I got to see it in theaters. I was glad you were able to make it happen too. But staying in the hood, we got another one, and this time to the hood of streaming services, and that is Tubi.
Definitely definitely the budget too of a lot of the other Hood movies that we covered, which are not very high budget. And that is Snow Bunnies from director Robert Dean III. And in this film, two friends are invited to a mysterious house only to discover it's inhabited by a chilling mix of vampires and monsters, forcing them to navigate a deadly game of survival where trust, betrayal, and their deepest fears will be tested. So, to be original, I believe Ben put this one on
Thank you,
our
Ben.
radar.
Spoiler.
Um, the first thing I noticed, Todd, Jem Jules, who is a porn star, she's in this. She plays she plays Heather. So she does pop up. So this is unusual because we've had this discussion before. Hood movies, generally speaking, do not have nudity. We've talked about this. There's exceptions.
It depends what kind, but like we're on the low budget, and now in the
Any
Tubi
kind,
age,
anything, maybe horror slightly more, but Hood movies, generally speaking, the women in there, the characters, they don't get naked. There are a lot of lovely big bootied ladies in this movie. If that is your thing, lots of big bootied ladies, and there is also nudity in this, which is also a rarity nowadays, not only for Hood movies but just Tubi movies. And this does have some gratuitous nudity in the clubs.
if you're a fan of the BBLs, you get that in there too.
Yes, giant titties, giant booties. That's, if you like that, you're welcome.
Well, there's a difference between giant booties and BBLs. There's like one's like it's different.
I appreciate this movie for bringing the fun on no budget, because like you could tell like they weren't working with a lot. They shot it here at a local big booty strip club somewhere in the Atlanta area. And now my only issue with it, this movie is an hour and 3 minutes, which I'm fine with the length. I think about 14 minutes of that are bloopers. So by the time you kind of arrive at the heavy vampire stuff, the movie's basically over. So it moves along quick. I don't mind it, but in this case, I feel like maybe we could have had somewhat of a bigger finale, but I know that's kind of budgetary. The highlight is I love the three guys. I would hang out with these guys. They have chemistry. They're funny, more memorable than normal for, again, some of these Tubi movies are made with couch change at this point. So it does stand out. I kind of want to see more adventures from these guys, though.
I'm with you. I want to see more from the director. I like the leads you mentioned. He's got a few other movies. I might have to check them out too.
The Lovely Ladies, Todd.
It looks. Is this a sex comedy? He said. The Hit List. Oh shit. Okay. I'm already seeing more movies in his catalog we'll need to check out. So.
Yeah, he's funny. The deaf vampire. I thought that was the deaf mute vampire that was doing the sign language. I thought that was funny. Hey, it's not always the worst thing being left wanting more. It wraps up a little fast when it really felt like, yeah, I'm into this. This one could have gone the full 90 and been fine because I really like the dudes. So yeah, Todd, there you go. See, we did get some vampire titties.
I know it took Tubi to give them to us. Go figure that. I wouldn't have had that on my bingo card.
Yeah, it's like Blumhouse giving us a good movie. It's one of those weird weeks.
Ben says, yeah, same. Put these leads in other horror scenarios. I'm looking up the director's other stuff, and I know I see some of the other women popping up in the other ones, but it looks like they're all on Tubi. So
I think if it takes off, maybe by Snow Bunnies 3, we can get an Ice T appearance.
I don't know. He's got that NBC money now. I don't know how low, but I haven't seen him popping up at Tubi movies yet. But
Ice-T though was making that Law and Order money. I mean, he's been on that show so long, and he was still doing B movies.
Yeah, but that's when B movies paid better than now too, though.
he gets
This, no offense to the Snow Bunnies money or Robert Dean III, but I don't think he's got the Ice-T money yet, and I don't know if he's going to get there. I mean, hopefully you do, but I mean, if not,
I think maybe they could work something out. Ice-T probably is somebody that can you imagine going to the titty club with Ice-T?
I don't think that's a fun experience as you think it would be.
I think
maybe
Ice-T
30 years
in an
ago,
Atlanta titty club, you don't think like just being with him.
No, I get that, but I also think he's to the age he's above going to the titty club.
You're never too old to go to the titty club, Todd.
Yeah.
You're never too old to go to the titty club. I don't want to hear that kind of talk, Todd. That's just self-defeating bullshit. You can always go to the titty club. The girls can break your hip during a lap dance and I'd still go.
Well, that's obviously your choice way to go, Dan. He's gonna be crushed by a BBL in Florida one day.
Why Florida? You can find that very easily here in Atlanta.
I feel like you're gonna retire to Florida with all the other old white men, and then you'll go down to the strip club and you'll get crushed by a Miami BBL.
We have this argument.
I'm predicting that right now, guys. That's Dan's future death.
We predict this. We have this argument a lot. LA, beautiful women. Miami, I'm putting above it, Todd.
See, this is where I go again because I don't like BBLs. To be honest, it's not my thing, and that's what you find out there.
Big booty Latinas.
It's a lot, but it's a lot of, no offense, and I don't like to do it on this one, especially. It's a lot of fake curves. I like real, which is obvious because but.
So you don't like, but BBL doesn't necessarily mean surgically enhanced.
But that's what they are. Miami, that's
not all BBLs are. You can be a legit, but Bailey.
I understand that, but that's not what you go out to there for.
There's some dude. I'm gonna just stick with it. You go down to Miami, like your jaw drops.
No, I understand what you're saying, and
I'd put them over LA at this point.
Okay, I most
big booty Latinas is what that means.
No, well, he's a fan of BBC, so
damn.
He said it. He said it's woman related, right? Yes.
No, don't go around asking for the BBC.
Big bad coochie. There you go.
Yeah, don't go asking for the BBC. You're gonna get it. It ain't Doctor Who is what you'd be getting. So yeah. So yeah, no. Miami's a little more expensive though. That's the only problem with
Miami. Their water's garbage. The ocean there. Shit.
Florida?
Yeah, there's no waves. You just sit in fucking hot bath water.
No. Todd, have you've been to Florida?
Yes, I've been to, and their water doesn't move. It's hot bath water.
Vero Beach, put that over. Vero Beach is wonderful. So
no, if you ain't got waves, get the fuck out of here. You ain't the real beach.
Well, you know what there aren't, Todd? Fires. So fuck you. So how about that? How about that? Florida versus
California. You are nowhere near related to anything to do with Florida. You have this weird thing with Florida. You protect that stupid ass fake Disney park, all this other shit. But I don't get it.
It is bigger and there's more to do.
Bigger doesn't mean better, Dan.
This is such a small movie now. It's like they reviewed the movie, then they fought about Disney.
They fought about BBLs Florida, which is funny because like I've never said LA has the hottest women, and you're yelling at me like I'm supposed to care.
I mean, it's definitely a number two, but
you have a lot of fake women here too, but it's a different kind of fake women.
LA's you have everything, but that's probably like fake central as far as surgery.
No, with the BBLs on there, it's totally different scene. But you go different surgeries, different places. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't personally know, and maybe they're just not copping to it, but I don't know too many women that like go in for the ass surgery.
Well, they don't tell you, motherfucker. That's the thing.
But women will be very open about a tit job. They never. I don't know.
Well, I
Is there
don't know.
more shame in getting the ass implants?
I think it's newer, so maybe I have no idea.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
not
I
my
don't even
screen.
know the I mean, I guess it's pretty much the same, right? They just slide in the silicone and
No, I think they use real fat. Like I think chicks get it. We're in a whole nother fucking conversation that has nothing to do
But
with
what do you
Snow
rate
Bunny.
this movie?
Oh, movie. Oh, geez, I really liked it. Is it a 4? Probably not, but that's what I'm going to give it.
I'm a I'm a 3, but I really hope these guys make more movies, and I really hope they consider keeping this these two guys especially
Yeah, I would like to
as
see
a duo.
the further adventures of these guys.
Yeah, Snow Bunnies too, I think would be great. So, if you're in the mood for a quick, fun little movie that maybe feels a little bit incomplete, but that's okay because we could potentially get more. Check out Snow Bunnies on Tubi. And yeah,
Sounds right
so,
to me.
so yes, comment in the comments.
I already had tagged them. I was like, yeah. We're talking about yeah.
Yeah, well, let's.
But next week we'll be back at our normal day and time of
Yes,
Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.
yes, Wednesday 9 Eastern, and if anybody is coming out to Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival, please say hi. There'll be a lot of us there raising hell. I'll be representing Flesh Wound
Without a
and
t-shirt that he still hasn't managed to figure out how to order.
fuck you, Todd. I'd be repping,
Without
Which,
any kind of gear or anything, but okay.
damn. All right, so on that note, BBLs forever, and yeah, big booties.
All right. And I do think women should vote. Money's on the dresser.
Wow.